What's up guys? Today I made some barbecue pork buns. I hope I'm not boring you guys with these steamed buns recipe, but pork buns are just like my passion. Like I live for Char Siu Bao pork buns. They're like my favorite thing to eat. I got a slow cooker a few days ago and I wanted to try it out with this pork bun filling. But if you want the oven version, I'll put the links down below. In a small bowl, add in these ingredients listed up here. This is just the marinade for the pork, and you can find the recipe down below in the description box. Don't try to substitute the 5-spice powder for anything, it's like the key ingredient. Mix this together. In our slow cooker, add in our 3 pounds of pork. Mine's chopped up because that's the only pork I had lying around. And add in our soy sauce mix from earlier and just stir this together and cook this on high in our slow cooker for like 3 to 6 hours or until it starts softening, like it's pull apartable or easily pulls apart. In a large bowl, add in the yeast, 2 teaspoons of sugar, flour, and 1.5 cup of warm water. It has to be warm and not too cold and not too hot. Stir this together. Use a whisk so it will be well mixed. Add in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of sugar, and half a teaspoon of salt, and just stir this together. Dump in 3 cups of all-purpose flour, just fold this with your spatula and eventually you could start kneading it with your hand and add a little bit more water at a time if it doesn't seem to be coming together. You could either knead it by hand for 6 minutes until smooth. I got kind of tired of kneading by hand, so I threw it into my mixer bowl with a dough hook attachment for 6 minutes instead. Just shape it into a ball and put it into the bowl and cover it and let it rise for 1 to 3 hours depending how long it takes for it to double. Now to make the filling, because earlier was just the marinade for the pork, add in the oil, the sugar, the oyster, and the soy sauce listed down below. Stir this together. In a pot with a tablespoon of oil, cook our onion for 1 minute. This should be around medium heat. Add in our soy sauce mix and cook this until it's bubbly. Lower the heat and add in the chicken stock and 2 tablespoons of flour and just stir this until it thickens. Our pork in the slow cooker should be a little bit on the red side and should fall apart easily. Add in our filling into our pork and stir this together. And I kind of switched it to low heat and cooked it for around 10 minutes and let it cool for around 20 minutes so it doesn't break our dough. Release the gas in the dough by pressing it down gently. Remove the dough from the bowl and dust your table with 1 teaspoon of baking powder and just knead this into a ball over the baking powder. Divide the dough up into 16 pieces. I'm just going to start off by cutting it in half with my bench scraper and just rolling this out into a log. I actually didn't feel like using my scale today and just cut this in half again and stack it up and cut it in half again. We're stacking it together so we could like make sure we're cutting this correctly and stacking it up again and cutting it again. Now that I have my 16 pieces, I'm just going to cover it with saran wrap so it doesn't dry, but lightly dust the top with some flour or else it will stick. Cut out little squares of parchment paper to line your buns. Take a bun and just roll it out into a circle and kind of just thin out the edges. I found that thinning out the edges helped me wrap it up a lot more easier. Taking the dough and place it on your hand and taking over a tablespoon of filling, place it into your dough and pleat together the edges, or just gathering the edges together. Make sure it's nice and secure. You can either have it facing up like this and place it onto a piece of parchment paper, or you could like flip it over if you want to do the pig design or any kind of design really, and just place it onto the parchment paper with the pleats on the bottom. And just work with it a little bit to make it a nicer circle. And taking one of the balls of the dough, roll it into a log and split it in half, and dye one red or pink, however, whatever color you want your pig to be. And divide the other ball into black. My hands are like covered in food dye, so it's kind of gross from here on out. And just taking a piece of the pink dough, roll it into a ball and flatten it down, and just kind of bunch it together into an oval shape. That's for the nose, and rolling one into a small log, and we're gonna cut out like 2 pieces for the ears. And roll up 2 small black pieces for the eyes. And taking your ball dough, try to get an idea where you want to put these before you start gluing them on. Taking just a small dab of water, just barely any water, use it to glue together your pieces. Putting the nose, the ears. Don't add too much water. And before you steam them, make sure you let them dry up a little, or else the colors will bleed. Just a small dab of water. Add in the eyes. I kind of made my pigs a little sleepy looking, or sad looking, or depressed looking. It's weirdly very adorable. And just taking a toothpick, we want to make the inside of the nostrils. Just making 2 slits for the nostrils. Have the steamer water boiling and ready, and add in your buns and keep it covered for 15 minutes, and don't uncover it until the time is up. These pork buns were really a hit. I love the filling for this recipe. I made these for Chinese New Year's thinking it was the year of the pig, but it's actually the year of the monkey, but they're adorable either way. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social media sites down below. Watch my previous video, and bye!